Hey guys, subscribe for daily content, and if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short, little unboxing video to share with you guys. Just an unboxing and first impressions, not a review today. We have something new from Miguron. It's been a bit. Let me tell you, this box is heavy. There's a big knife in here, and I think I know exactly what it is. Thanks so much to Miguron for sending this in. This should be available, I think. I'll put the appropriate links down in the description. It does help my channel when you use those links, but that's entirely up to you. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. Okay, when I picked this up in the box, I realized I was like one of these, because there was multiple boxes in there, and I was like, one of these is so comically heavier than the other ones. Like, there's nothing else that this could possibly be. There's one other thing that it could be, but it's not, because that thing's still a secret. But you'll see it on my channel. This, I think, is the first in a new... So what do we have? Let's read the thing. Miguron Knives Arma XL. Oh, God. As if the Arma wasn't already a big knife. Oh. Oh my gosh, it's huge. There's nothing that puts a smile on my face quite like a big overbuilt knife. I mean, they're so ridiculous and they're so cumbersome, and you know, etc., etc. The geometry makes it more difficult to cut just regular stuff, but I can't help it, man. It's just fun. It's one of my favorite things. Big, stupid, overbuilt knives. Oh my God, it's huge. This is huge. And is it DLC coded? Oh, we got it. Let's flip it out. Look at this giant thing. Oh man. So here's a nice thing about and here I have the originals. The original Arma right here. So if you own the original Arma, here's the new one. And then this is the Arma 2 with the contouring. Now, it's worth pointing out they did not contour this guy, and I imagine the reason is because eventually they will release a version that is contoured. If you want that, that's more of a preference thing, right? At this size, at this thickness, it's already filling the hand, right? A lot of times I prefer contouring on a smaller knife because it adds a little bit of ergonomic comfort versus what would otherwise be a sharp ledge, right? When it's this size, they've chamfered it down, you know, whatever. The nice thing about Miguron knives and these overbuilt knives is if particularly you're somebody who likes the big, crazy overbuilt stuff, maybe you've looked at Medford and you've thought, hey, that would be cool. I just don't have $700, $800, $900, $1,000, if you want the Praetorian tie, $2,000 lying around where I'm going to buy something like that. Now, granted, those are made in the United States and are much more, you know, hands-on involved, right? Those cost a lot more to make, but they're also definitely pumped up with some extra markup. If you like this stuff, you still want something high quality and you don't want to spend an arm and a leg, these are still expensive, but they're some of the least expensive. In fact, I think the Arma is the least expensive knife when we specifically are talking about, you know, quarter-inch stock or nearly quarter-inch stock titanium and blade thickness, M390, you know, and like this level of overbuilt premiumness. I think the standard Arma was like 300, and maybe this guy a little bit more. I don't know what this guy's going to come in at, but you know, it's not going to be cheap. But I think it's going to be cheaper than the majority of the other overbuilt stuff in the market, right? Certainly less expensive than like your PMP, a lot of your PMP stuff, which tends to be in this exact same category. The Alpha Beast is still quite a bit thicker. Yeah, it's the same idea. It's just way, way bigger. Is the blade stock thicker too? Oh my gosh, yes it is. Wow. Okay, hold on a second. Guys. Oh no. Do you guys know what just happened? Did you notice that this side got dark? A moment of silence for one of my lights. This light, this single light, has lasted for 6 years on my channel. Think about how many thousands of uploads this poor light gave everything, gave it all, gave its soul, and has passed away. They're no longer with us. This bulb, this magical part, this critical, crucial part of my channel has ceased to be. It's a little bit annoying. I have 2 more uploads to do today, but rest in peace, light bulb. Rest in peace. I literally will have to leave and go get another light bulb. I might keep that light bulb. That thing lasted forever. I wonder how long before the other ones go out. Anyways, we're just going to make do. It's going to be slightly darker today. I have 2 LED panels and 3 more bulbs on us right now, so we're okay. Yeah, maybe I should consider only running 2 bulbs. The quality still looks pretty good. So it's definitely thicker. Like these are still gigantic. Like they're still crazy thick. Let's measure the thickness between all of them real quick, which would be something that, would be great. I've also got the Geddon out here, which I think is still maybe a little bit thicker. So these are all, these are all by Miguron, right? So the Geddon, the Geddon still looks slightly thicker, but we'll measure all of them. The blade stock thickness of the standard Arma. So right there, 241 thousandths. If you've ever looked at the Praetorian tie and thought, surely the Praetorian tie is thicker, this is essentially the Praetorian tie, both in terms of the thickness of scales and the thickness of blade material. This is only slightly thinner, right? So it's the same way with the second Arma, 249. I mean, you're looking at a 1/4 inch. This is what a 1/4 inch looks like, okay? Now on this new guy, this guy is almost as big as the Geddon. So this guy, 314 thousandths. The Arma is the biggest of the Miguron bunch, not the thickest folding knife I've ever experienced. But this, oh no, wait, are they the same? Just a little bit of a, maybe it's because that one's got bevels on it. So this one appears thicker. So this is 315 thousandths, and this guy is also, yeah, that's why. I can see there's bevels right there. It's a little bit of an optical illusion. So this is the same thickness as the Geddon. 300 and roughly exactly the same. So, okay, so that's the league that we're in here. Cool. Little bit shorter, little bit, and it's a flipper, right? More of the Spyderco. This has more of that Medford aesthetic, and this has more of the Spyderco. This is like a giant, overbuilt Spyderco Shaman. And it's got a flipper. Can you actually reverse flick it? Yeah, you totally can. So I believe, if I remember my conversation correctly with Miguron, this is DLC coded. This is not PVD. This is DLC, I believe. Does the box actually say? Let's see here. No, you should totally put that on the box, though. But yeah, again, if memory serves me correct, I think that that's actually the case. So, very cool. I love this. This is one that I'm going to hang on to. But I love stuff like this. It's so ridiculous. But we've gotten to the point now where you can have a big, giant, crazy, overbuilt knife, and it's actually pretty easy to manipulate. It used to be that anything that was this size, right? Not only was it big and thick and heavy and it slowed down your cutting experience, but it was also not fun to operate. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I have purchased and owned a Praetorian tie from Medford along with many other Medford knives. Here's my biggest qualm with them. They're not fun to operate. They're super, uncomfortable to operate, right? So I got to put the thing in my pocket if I want to carry it, right? Which I don't already. And then, you're working with the geometry, and it's not even fun to play with, right? But people are going to be quick to point out that that's not, everybody's reasoning for purchasing stuff like that is all different, right? If you're all practicality and stuff like this doesn't even make sense to you, frankly, I don't even know why you're still watching this video, but I get it, right? You only want the knives that are smaller, lightweight, compact, that make your cutting experience easier. A lot of other people like the idea of an overbuilt knife just for fun, but like I've said, in the past, they haven't been super fun or convenient to manipulate. Miguron Knives and a number of other companies have managed to build some really cool overbuilt knives that are comfortable to hold on to and to manipulate. I mean, this is stupid easy. It's stupidly easy. Probably, definitely, without even looking at the price tag, I know that this is going to end up being one of the coolest and most affordable. I say affordable, and I mean versus realistic competition, not versus knife. People are always like, oh, affordable. a $30 knife is affordable. That would be, you'd be comparing with knife, just knife in existence. I'm comparing specifically with overbuilt knives that are specifically built with these materials, with these measurements, these dimensions, right? So versus the apples to apples competition, yes, much more affordable than what we typically see from Maxace, PMP, especially PMP with the Alpha Beast, right? And then, you know, versus some of the other companies that do the wild and crazy overbuilt stuff. Reich has their own. That one was actually not bad, the Soulstone. But yeah, so if that's what you're looking for, this is the company that I would look at. These are silly, they're fun, and they're incredibly well made. I mean, beautifully. A lot of this is going to be the thickness of the blade, right? But yeah, really, really cool. Okay, really fun stuff. Love this. You'll get a review on it. Just understand, an overbuilt knife does not add some utilitarian, like incredible level of durability that relates perfectly to utility. These are knives that will cut and will poke and do all of that. A smaller, more compact knife with appropriate geometry will definitely be a more optimized tool for the vast majority of people. And these are functional, but also for fun, right? So they're plenty durable, plenty strong, but you're going to, it's going to be more cumbersome than it is convenient. And I think as long as people understand that, right, you know, then yeah, sure. If that's what you're after, you're just after it to put a smile on your face. I get it. That's the same way I am. Then yeah, knock yourself out. These are really fun. Anyways, thank you so much for Miguron for being willing to make stuff like this and then send it in so that I can share it with everybody. Links for all of this down in the description. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like. So check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.